Ladies, gentlemen, gamers, I'm your host, Nasty888. Today I've got another replay for you, and we're going into this replay because I saw a build being used in this game that I haven't seen before, and I wanted to showcase it and take a look at it and try to evaluate it and check its potential because I've never played with it. We've never used it, and it did pretty well. Now I'll be playing as the Mongols right here, doing my typical Khaganate rush build, but I want to inspect the teal player here. We'll cast it as we normally will, but we're going to be focusing in on him to see what he does here because it was very interesting. I did see that this player also had a pretty decent rating on online on the AoE4 world. He let me pull him up again real quick. Here he is, Brenko. Wait, is this the right guy? His name is, yeah, Brenko. And he he's been diamond in 1v1 before. So he's a pretty decent player, I would say. He's doing a farm build without a mill. Interesting. That's not something I've seen before. Doesn't the English mill increase the rate of harvesting? And he has deer carcasses here he's using. What is this player doing? I wasn't expecting this at all. Maybe you guys know something I don't. I mean, obviously you're not having to use any resources yet, but I just don't see like what is the advantage of doing something like this. I guess maybe he just spent whatever lumber he had to do that. Okay, he's getting the mill now. Okay, we're okay. It just looked a little weird for a minute there. Maybe he's waiting for the mill to get the survival techniques before he hunts the deer, which could make sense. So we have a couple on deer though over here, I think. Yep. No survival techniques yet. We have a few on wood and a couple on gold. And meanwhile in this game, this player is left. What's funny here is I think oh yeah, his king is up here. So I think we scout that, but we don't end up getting. I'll just spoil it that we don't get it. The green player also scouts it since spearman. I spend horseman. It doesn't work out. Other than that, I don't think there's anything really going on in this game. So he gets the 12 farm, or sorry, the 9 farm setup. 8 farm? 8 farm. Yeah. We can't count today, I guess. Sorry, I just got out of a really long game, guys. It wasn't this game. It's the one we're gonna upload after this one, but it was an intense one, so I'm a little bit my mind's a little fried right now, I guess you could say. So we're going up to Abbey of Kings, pretty common build here. And the sound effects for English so loud. And we're just gonna straight up rush age up into age up. This is the build that is gonna be done here. As you can see, we're going straight into castle next. Just one guy on the abbey. Now we have almost enough for castle. So we'll see where that goes down. And I'm doing a similar build obviously on Mongols, but I just haven't seen this done on English before. So we're already at 12 farms here, starting our King's Palace. A little bit behind my own age 3, but just seconds. Only 5 workers on it here. And so we got a King's Palace instead of the typical white tower. So this is I think you could argue this is a pretty greedy build here. Most people, but you know, just by being English also you kind of assume that they're gonna have that, so you might not scout it, you might not look for it, so it is a, you know, strategy. But I mean, obviously, and also kind of a needed one, right? If you're just age upping without any extra TCs in FFA, you're gonna get pretty far behind, so this is one way to do it. Most people won't do it this way, but I don't know why it says age 2 landmark. That's not an age 3 landmark. It's like visual bug or something, or whatever, visual glitch, or something they need to fix. Yeah, so we're going straight up. We're gonna keep going. You know, I don't know why we have 10 on wood right now. I guess that's just in case. We got a blacksmith here. No upgrades, just in case. You know, there's something's being done here to slow it down, just in case you get attacked, which makes sense since you don't have any defense. You kind of need to transition into stuff pretty quick. We got a stables going up here for some reason. Not sure what that's for, but yeah. So 23, 10, 15, and we are, you know, getting there. Not the fastest age up. I'm gonna have mine. I just hit age 4 right now with my Khaganate rush, and he has not yet started his age 4. But he is definitely gonna have a stronger economy behind it because of the because of this, and in the farms. And he's going to have, yeah, there we go, Worm Guard. So right now is when I hit him, I believe, with just an elite con. I actually forgot that, you know, the con gets more powerful with each age up. You're going to see just how powerful that is as these workers start to get destroyed. So we'll just go ahead and switch to his camera here. I guess he hasn't noticed. Maybe he's AFK. That's unfortunate. And he's over here using a scout, not really paying too much attention. Yeah, there he goes. He finally notices it and builds the tower after three or so workers have gone down. And we get a couple more. Obviously, the con just 3 shots, and it looks like almost 2. Maybe if with a ranged upgrade there, I would have been able to 2-shot him, which would have been nice. Or I did use my attack speed arrow at one point. That didn't really. Just attack speed, not more damage. So now he gets this out. He's starting up a Worm Guard militia, 6 Worm Guard footmen. So the upside of his landmark, it's actually very similar to mine. However, it's not free, but you also get to select what you want from it, which I do not. I get random things, and I do get good things here. I've got already a group of horse archers to come around to harass him. And we see that he's getting some defenses up and pulling back as he's aware of my situation, attacking him. Right now he's at 54 workers. He has lost a few. Oops. To my 53 or 47. So he does have more than me still, even though I have done a little damage. His eco is still better than mine. I've lost a few units too. And now he's got the Worm Guard footmen, which are specialized man-at-arm, like a super strong man-at-arm, and they're Imperial. So as you probably guessed, there's nothing I can really do about this. I should have gotten some towers up, but I didn't. I wasn't expecting this at all, and I didn't know how powerful this was. And here it is. And you know, these units have 280 health. They've got they've got really strong pierce armor, ranged armor. So you know, even my 3 TCs here aren't going to now do anything. I spent a little bit too much time on wood here, as you can see. Way too much time. Forgot to transition. I was too preoccupied with this attack. And Teal is going to just stomp me pretty hard here. And I want to see how this plays out for him and how things go into the future. We do see him getting his second ranged armor upgrade, even more ranged armor on top of that. So you can see he's got quite a bit. +4 ranged armor here. Quite a bit, and I just surrender. I give up, realizing I can't do anything here against 20 Worm Guard footmen. And let's see how he plays it out from here. I'm kind of curious what's going to happen. Is he going to win the game? I don't know. It looks like in the scoreboard he is ahead of everybody, but that's probably I think they give you a lot of points for the age you're in, and there are only a handful of players. Only one other player currently in age 4. So obviously he's going to take advantage of these Worm Guard footmen, and he's going to attack the next player here, which is blue. But blue blue's only in age 3 with lancers, so this should go fairly well for him if you keep the pressure up. You'll see. Blue, what was that? Something I thought he gave up there for a second, but he didn't. So it looks like the footmen aren't necessarily the best against these lancers that blue has, for whatever reason. They are kind of winning, but just barely. So yeah, Maybe blue has some pretty good upgrades on his, I'm not sure. Okay, he's got pretty good attack. +6 attack. There's Yushi Lancers, I guess. Obviously he's on Pierce attack, so we're not going to do the best, but he does get the kill. He kills the player, and he picks up his second kill of the game. So he's looking pretty strong. Obviously his eco is not going to be as great as it could be, but for... I think it's just like the early game risk is probably the only problem with this I see with this build. But just being English, and you know, having this much space on the map, I think it's completely fine to go for this build so far. Now we see, so these units heal themselves. It looks like too. They got they have some ability to heal themselves for whatever reason. But this is a lot of elite palace guards, of course. And it looks like he's just got too many palace guards here. Not sure that Keel's gonna be able to muster a defense against this because. You know, as Yushi player just going straight into age 4. Let's take a look real quick at Red's supply. See if he has a kill. He does not have a kill yet, but he did go full age 4. You know, he got the full boom eco, right? He got the 3 granaries, a ton of stuff. So he's just gonna boom really hard when you do that. If you give him the chance to just do whatever you want as Yushi, you're probably gonna win, right? If there's enough players left on the game, if someone hasn't, you know, mopped up all the kings already, by the time you do move out in Imperial, if you do full boom, it's kind of hard to stop, right? And this player, Red, has already been damaged by me a little bit. He didn't have quite the boom that Red had. You can see he's out of resources. His military's been destroyed, and he's probably not too much longer for this game, but it was definitely an interesting style here that we haven't seen before. So let's take a look real quick at the Warguard Palace. So this costs 250. That's not the right one, sorry. It's actually pretty cheap. No, what am I doing? There we go. Okay. 6 footmen, so 300, 400 sounds like a lot, but it's 6 of them. So each one is, you know, less than 100. Like this, it's only 50 food per, and 100 and. 20 or so gold. So I'm not sure if that number is exactly right. Like I said, my brain's fried right now. So it's not that much, but it is. Sorry, not 120 gold, 60 or so, or 80, maybe 80 gold per footman. So it's not that bad. It is kind of gold heavy though, so you do need a lot of gold to do that kind of building. And on free for alls, you're always gold limited. So I like it as an opener against my Khaganate, but there's a lot of good openers against Khaganate. You know, I don't think it's really the best though, and I say that just because of gold situations on free for all. What I would like maybe this build could do is like incorporate grabbing relics in a Castle Age. Since you're doing a Castle Age rush anyways, you could grab relics for that gold that you need, if possible, and you could just take the relics, and then maybe you would be able to afford this a little better. It's definitely food light though, which is interesting because English doesn't really have a problem with food, but he only made, as you can see, only 22 farms here. He didn't make more than that because he knew he wouldn't need a lot of food to support this build, and you can't make more, for these palaces anyways. He has some hand cannoners out now too, so he's starting to transition, but the hand cannoners are also pretty gold and food heavy. You probably want something, what would be a good support unit? So these are great against ranged units, obviously, and they're tanky. Again, it looks like they do okay against the palace guards. In fact, Red is actually having a harder time than I expected him to have here. With these hand cannoners now blasting the palace guards, it looks like he's gonna hold on to the first wave and not get it instantly killed. But I think if and when Red regroups, he should be okay. Just because of our friend's eco here, and his military's not gonna be recuperated in time. But it's interesting, that's for sure. I'll say that. Looks like he's also just not got enough food. He probably could have made more farms here. He is gonna need some food, and he just messed this up. I think he messed this up a little bit by not getting enough farms, or just, you know, enough food in general. And yeah, he's kind of hampered now. He could have incorporated, yeah, you're probably going to need more than just these. Eventually, when you get to this late game economy, too, you're going to need probably to supplement barracks, stuff like that. But he's just trying to do like this challenge or whatever, Warren Guards only, which is interesting. You know, I don't know, I've tried the Rangers a little bit before, and I wasn't too impressed with those units. What's interesting is they don't cost any food, but you never, as English, you know, like I said, food is basically free. Late game is English, right? Because you have so many farms, you're not going to care. So I think it's an interesting strategy because this really only costs gold, but and this this unit here is pretty gold light, even though it has a trebuchet in it. It includes crossbowmen. I think you should definitely make. If I ever make Warren Guard, I usually want to make these because they're just so cheap, so cost effective. You know, and if you of course want spend your food, there's your answer right there. But yeah, this guy's dead now. So we saw what he did. It was an interesting build, interesting concept. I think it's potentially a workable idea for being in this position where no one's too close to you. It's a greedy build. I'm definitely gonna try it out sometime, I think. I'm not sure if I would just go Warren Guard footman only or try to do something like that, but I'll definitely try to do something with it. And play around with these units more because it's very uncommon to build these units as English, because you usually get a Berkshire and a you know, White Palace just because it's so easy to defend with those. What is Yellow's king doing over here? What in the hell? Oh my god. So wait, Green's king, oh my god, I'm sorry. Our teal player's king pretty much ran by Yellow's king as it ran down to the bottom. I guess he was trying to feed his king to teal, but then teal died, so now Yellow's gonna go hide his king somewhere. I don't know what. I guess he's planning on dying here, Yellow. Let's see. Let's switch on over to Red's point of view. So Yellow is, yeah, he's on his way out, it looks like. He doesn't have much left. Yeah, he's just dead. No eco left. It looks like it all got destroyed. So he ran his king. But obviously Red should be positioned to win this game. Green does not really have, he's been fighting too long. I think he just got H4. Maybe I just saw something click there. I don't know what that was. But you can just see there's no army here. There is his only armies over here, just regular Gulams. Yeah, just H4 or whatever, and you know he just doesn't have anything left. As you can see, doesn't have elite Gulams here, and that's gonna be it. So, well, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that showcase of the build. We'll definitely try it out sometime and see how it works. Anyways, peace.